Alrighty then, good day guys and welcome, my name is Michael, I'm the Dennelsy Gamer and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne, our epic tale of intrigue set in the land of Galarian, played by these wonderful and amazing patrons. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello, folks at home.
Woo! I love the energy. It has been a hot minute since we've run Curse of the Crimson Throne. We have been pulled away by family, by sickness, by all sorts of things, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and I am so excited for today's session. First of all, before we kick off, I just want to say a big old shout out and thank you to everyone who helped us with the freaking hype train. Thank you so much to those who resubscribed, Ire Janasi, Twiff, Malakisa, to Schoolie, who gave out our 5 gifted community subs, and of course to Laura Bones for their resubscription as well. You guys, freaking thank you so much. Stuff like this helps us in long ways, and yeah, you guys are wicked. Where are we at now? First of all, before we kick off, we have to thank a few people, and that includes our sponsors for the show, starting with none other than our wonderful sponsor, Hero Forge, for the amazing artworks you can see on stream at all times. These artworks are made using an amazing 3D model making program that you can use to not only create and design your own epic heroes, but also have them 3D printed as tiny models, either in color plastic, premium plastic, 2D standee acrylic, or hey, if you're a 3D printer yourself, then you can also buy the STLs, or if you, like me, play online, subscribe to the subscription service to get early access to all the goodies that you can get from this show, but also make tokens as well. And you can also even get 3D miniature model renders that you can use in programs such as Tabletop Simulator, Tailspire, and more. And hopefully Fantasy Grounds soon. Fingers crossed, things are looking good for that. Then, of course, we want to take a moment to thank our lovely friends over at Sirenscape for the beautiful sound sets that you will hear over the course of the game. There are sound sets for every occasion and every need, such as the sound of a cockatrice. Yep, there it is.
When it decides to load.
Chat can hear it, but our heroes can't. Let me just share my audio real quick, and then they can hear all the good stuff. By the way, the sponsor show is also a good way for me to test if all my gear is working. There we go.
That sounds like a cockatrice.
That's cockatrice. There it is.
I want to pet it. Can I boop its snoot?
You could boop its snoot, but that would be the last boop snoot that would ever booped. But yes. So yeah, these sound effects like this can really help throw the immersion into a game, no matter what you're playing and what you're using. So go check out Sirenscape and have a play around. It's for the amount of stuff you get, it is a very reasonable price for their subscription service. And yeah, I highly recommend it. And lastly, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, because behind me you can see all the cool stuff that I do. Now, Fantasy Grounds is of course a little bit on the pricier side to the VTTs that are available out there, but the reason I stand by it is it is very ergonomic, really easy for me to use, does a lot of the heavy lifting for the game system that I use, which of course, as we know, is Pathfinder, and more importantly, it allows me to react and interact with the chat very quickly and add things to my campaign on the fly. It works for me, and if it works for you, hey, consider using our affiliate code and giving Dag a bit of support with your own adventures through Fantasy Grounds. Yay! You do throw a lot of stuff at me randomly, so yeah, there you go. Alrighty. Now, before we get started as well, we do have one other announcement, and that is the Crit Awards are currently taking nominations for this year's award series. Now, I last year won Best Paizo GM of 2023, and I'm coming back to try and reclaim my title. So if you haven't had a chance to, please consider nominating us for that award. The link is in the chat there for the form to fill out. I'm also trying to get us a Best Series vote as well over on Careful Cantrip. So yeah, go check those out. It is a wonderful award that, honestly, it highlights so many industry professionals as well as the fans, artists, and other people who support the tabletop industry. The people who are not in unions or who are not the big names like Dimension 20 and Critical Role. It is a moment to acknowledge the contributions of these people to the industry as whole. So, yeah. even if it's not for me and stuff like that, do go and vote for that, because it is a great feeling to be seen by the community and to be acknowledged for your contribution. So yay. All right, now. This show would not exist without the contributions of another great and powerful group of individuals, and that is these guys. So let's now turn it over to them to tell us about their characters, from what they remember, because it has been so long, so that we can get on today's game, starting with none other than our dear friend Twiff.
Hello, I am Padraig, and I am currently lying on the floor in great deal of pain, having been shot multiple times by a cursed gun. I am a spell shot gunslinger. I was born of a minorish noble house. Third child, bastard son, it turns out. When I got framed for murder, that came out that I'm a half elf. I got kicked out of school because I was framed for murder. I decided to channel my ambition for spell work into gunsmithing and gunplay, and since then I have embarked upon trying to do good in the city of Korvosa, helped get rid of the plague, and now am trekking through this land, the Cinderlands, trying to find out how to defeat some sort of dragon ghost. We're not really sure who is possessing the queen, possibly making her unkillable, and there seems to be a bunch of assassins behind me too, because my family's dead and I've been no longer disowned and am now politically involved, much to my dismay.
Yeah, lots of stuff has happened. Next up, of course, playing the role of Holly is our dearest and most wonderful Malakisa.
Oh. So I play Holly, who is a fairy noble, but when it came time for her to get married, she decided that just wasn't for her at all. So she just took off and left. So she's been wandering around a whole different plane, and it's not working out the way that she thought it was. And she really wanted to save some orphans from dying of the plague, and wound up selling her soul to Asmodeus, which definitely was not what she was expecting to happen. So, as opposed to being our lovable, adorable rogue, she is now a cleric of Asmodeus, and who's not exactly evil, but she's not the nice, cuddly fairy she was to start out with.
No, not at all. And in company two, of course, these amazing characters is our investigator from the city of Korvosa, a woman who is now potentially wielding the mantle of none other than the infamous vigilante Blackjack. We have Quinn, played by our dear friend Aya Janasi.
Michael, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited. I am keen. I'm ready to go.
I know, me too. It's been a long time. Well, you've said pretty much all of it. There was the guy, the drug czar who was kidnapping kids. Then there was a plague. Then there was the evil queen in league with the zombie dragon. That's what we're working on now. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Next, of course, traveling with us is our Kitsune druid friend, Dante, played by the wonderful and amazing Raikon, who has a silence wizard, which I presume is either by intention or...
I think is being problematic.
Yes, I imagine so. So Dante, of course, is a wonderful character whose best friend was killed by the drug trade of Korvosa, who he is now on a quest for vengeance to find the source of said evil illicit drug trafficking and bring it to a heel, but has been swept up in the mystery of the queen, her evil powers, where they have come from, and all of the terrible catastrophes the city has gone under. While he may not be a fan of the city, being a person of nature, he has in fact found family in the group that he travels with, and like them seeks to preserve and keep their home safe through any means necessary, and that is what he's doing. Yay! Next, of course, playing the role of the matriarch of her family, Agnes, the psychic character, played by our friend Laura Bones.
Yes, hello, good day. Agnes, who is just basically a whole series of adventures, and now really the goal is just to try and make the city safe enough so she can finally go on a date with Fisherman Dan.
That's true.
Oh, and
All you've
also make
wanted
the
this whole
city
time.
safe for a daughter. That,
Yeah.
but
But also a
Dan,
date
he's
would
got
be
the
nice.
he's got the buns, yeah.
Oh, that's cute. All right. So yeah, it's like sometimes your quest needs to be about dealing with your family's political issues and intrigue and trying to make sure that the noble heir of your household is going to be carried on in the lineage of your bloodline. Other times you just, want to get laid. And sure, that's sometimes that's just what you need. All types, all shapes and sorts. Next up, of course, we have Marcus, the storyteller, who is playing a new character today, but we'll find out more about that character in a little while. But good morning, Marcus. Good to see you. Sort of.
No, good to see everybody else, too.
Wonderful, wonderful. Before questions come out, which inevitably they will be, what elicited the change in your character for today?
A lot of things, but mainly Merc needs time to rest.
Fair? Yeah. By the way, I will point out that this is not giving Merc any extra hit points. Like just FYI, just because he's swapping characters, doesn't mean when Merc comes back he's going to be fully healed. This is not like a bypassing the damage type thing. It's like, oh no, Mercutio's about to die. Quick, swap characters.
No.
Michael can't kill me if I have a different character. Ha ha ha.
Sure he can.
No, that is absolutely not the
twice.
intention.
Oh, good. Because last we left our lovely heroes, Mercutio was being grappled by 4 very hostile tentacles. And that is not changing to the start of the game. Yes, Mercutio has to live through this in order to swap the characters out, but we'll see what happens. But before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and first of all, I want to also welcome in Cats and Cowboys. Welcome in. Before we get started, guys, as you guys know, everything we do is here because of you in chat. Thank you guys for being here and being a part of the show. For just supporting us just by, watching the goofy shit I end up doing here with my players. If you guys continue to do so, we will continue to make stuff like this. And to show you we are serious about that, we invite you behind the GM screen to interact with the game as we are playing. Now, just by watching the show, you earn channel points, which can be used by the channel point system underneath your chat box there for things like inspiration bonus, insight checks, divine intervention, divine healing, and so much more. All of these things are just there for you guys to use and have fun. But for those of you who want to support the Dead Aussie Gamer channel a little bit more and, kind of help us get through, rent and life and all this other stuff that comes through the monthly DAG stuff, because this is my full-time job. I am trying to, I'm trying to expand more on the stuff that I'm doing with the Dead Aussie Gamer things, including tours around the world and a whole bunch of other stuff. This year I'm going to be going to Gen Con, and then I'm going to be going to Europe for a week and a bit. So, there you go. So I'll be at Spiel, by the way, Laura, just FYI. I think I might have told you, but I'm telling you again.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
I did. Good.
Spiel.
Excellent.
We've got a lot of Europe to do this year.
Yes, I'll be in Essen. But yes, so yeah, if you want to donate to the chat, there are a number of very tangible rewards that we give to people for those donations. For $5, you can award a red mark to one of my players. These are hero points. They can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Or you can use that $5 to give me a Jinx point, which can be used to counter hero points, make the enemies roll with advantage, or complicate an issue that is currently undergoing. For $10, I will draw from one of 2 decks of cards. I will either draw 3 cards from a plot twist deck, and you will pick one of these plot twists to be implemented during the course of the game. Or I will draw a card from the Heroic Action deck, and you'll provide a special, unique Heroic Action to a player of your choice. For $20, you can donate to give someone the coveted Golden Natural 20. This is, of course, a Natural 20 in every sense of the word, where Bronze, Padrick, and myself currently do not possess a Nat 20. For $50, this is the big $50 donation, you can provide a magic item to a player of your choice. This can be a item you design as a homebrew item. This can be an item my players choose, or it can be a unique set item that I will create for a player of your choice. Alternatively, that $50 can be used to increase the difficulty of a battle, making a encounter even more deadly at the touch of a finger. And lastly, the $100 secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item is usually a big world-changing type thing. It is a massive event of some kind, and it does come with a lot of caveats, a lot of things that happen that directly affect the game. Now, the $100 secret menu item for today. As you guys know, several of the Shoanti tribesmen who have come to observe the trials of the Shoanti that our heroes are undergoing have died. This is a terrible and awful thing. Now, normally, the players will be penalized heavily for the fact that several of the Shoanti died up on their journey. However, the $100 secret menu item is going to be the arrival or the presence of someone who is going to counteract that that offset negative opinion that the Shoanti are now building. And that is our heroes will encounter the Cinderlander. The Cinderlander is a man who has been going around the Cinderlands slaying Shoantis in cold blood. He has been using their heads to mark their territory. He is a assassin, a killer, a slayer in every sense of the word. And yes, he wanders around. That is literally it. He is one of those unique encounters that happen in a 1 in 100 chance. And yes, the whole $100 secret menu item is you will get to decide. You'll get to decide the situation. You'll get to build the encounter with me for the Cinderlander to appear for our group to encounter. So you and I will be working in tandem to make that encounter happen. So yeah, that's the $100 secret menu item. We need DAG merch. We do have DAG merch. We have DAG merch, but it's just not for sale. That's just the shit bit of me. We'll get DAG merch at some point. Ooh, and Schoolie I redeemed a Harrow reading. All right, we'll do the Harrow reading in a second. Schoolie I also has tipped $20 for a Jinx point, a hero point for Padrig. So let me get these up here real quick. Thank you so kindly, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Where's Padrig? Padrig's there. All right, so we got a hero point for those two. The third drawn plot twist. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. The point of no return. All right, the point of no return is our plot twist for the day. How are we going to play that one? Well, I guess we'll have to see. Okay, now we also have some pre-show donations here. Let me just whip this up real quick. Okay, pre-show donations for Monday. All right, we have a Jinx point for moi, which I will apply there. We have a hero point for Padrig and Quinn, as well as, well, Mercutio, but Mercutio is not here. So we're going to give it to Bronze instead. Only because I'm feeling generous. There we go. Boom. And these hero points and Jinx points come courtesy of our dear friend, Calindria. And lastly, we have from Schoolie a new piece of the gear set for, well, again, Mercutio, who has now been retired. So I'm going to leave that up to Schoolie as to whether or not he wants to give that to Bronze or if he wants to reassign it. Either way, let me know. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. We also have, coming from a combo, a double whammy here, we have a Harrow reading redeem from Schoolie, which means we're going to be doing a Harrow reading in just a second. And then from that Harrow reading, we also have a Wandering Boss that is going to be showing up. Have I forgotten anything else? No? Okay, my players are going to die. Okay, here we go. Let me pull up my my Harrow deck real quick. There we go. Here it is. The Harrow deck. Ba-da-da-da. All right. We'll reset the Harrow deck. Here is our Harrow card. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a thing. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. Schooly Eye. Take your pick of whichever card. Oriented by central, north, south, east, west. Oh, sorry. East, west. Yeah. Sorry, let me try that again. North, south, central, east, west. And then, obviously, you know, northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. Schooly Eye, pick one of these cards, and that is the one that we will draw. Ooh, mugs. You know what? Rather than mugs, I'd love like I have a prototype of one. I have lots of prototypes of merch that I never did anything with, but I had one of like it's called a geez, what the hell? It's for beer. Stubby. It's a stubby hole. Yeah, it's like a little foam thing that you put canned drinks in. I have one.
Oh, a beer koozie.
Beer cozy.
Stubby. Anyway. Okay.
The best ones are the ones that are for bottles and have like a little hood that go over it.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. I do like those. All right. The card we've drawn is the unicorn. All right. The unicorn is the chaotic
okay,
good.
It's a pear.
It does have a pear. Is the
I
chaotic
thought that was a
good
goldfish.
thought it was oh my god, yeah, that does kind of look like a goldfish. All right. The unicorn is the chaotic good card of charisma. It is a card that generously shows that generously offers that which the subject seeks, such as an unexpected gift from an equally unexpected source. When misaligned, the card means betrayal, poisoning, or false friends. It's not misaligned, so that's good. So a gift. An unexpected gift from an unexpected source, like a wandering boss. Interesting. What level are you guys again? Just, you know, asking for a friend.
9.
9.
We're at level 1 hit point. Is the level that we're at
Well, I
currently.
mean, that's what Patrick's on.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
level
is
Agnes
true.
is at. Level 1 hit point.
Yeah.
That is true. The gift of the wandering boss. All right. Well, we'll definitely figure it out. In the meantime, however, let us now return to our campaign, and we will deal with the wandering boss in just a hot minute. Let's see, where is that? All right. Now, when last we left our adventurers, our heroes had set out from Korvosa in search of answers for the evil queen's sudden rise to power. After assassinating her husband and plunging the city of Korvosa into chaos, through plague and pestilence, through military occupation with the Grey Maidens, and many, many more, our heroes were forced to flee the city before her evil reach got to them. Together with Vencalo, the former blackjack vigilante, and Neolandus, the former seneschal of the castle, our heroes were told of a legend, a dragon by the name of Kazavron, whose power used to poison this land, but was defeated by the people of Korvosa and the Shoanti barbarians. His power was rising and was likely the source of the queen's sudden madness. Through the crown that she wears, known as the Crown of Fangs, our heroes search for answers before it is too late. Now, the Shoanti tribesmen are a proud group of barbarians, and they do not simply allow their cultural heritage to be thrown about willy-nilly. In order to earn the trust of the tribe, our heroes have gone on to have basically gone on a quest, a task to try and prove that they are worthy of the Shoanti's honor. This involves a series of challenges that they must do in the company of several of the Skull Clan tribesmen, including, which is what they're doing now, arriving at the temple of the old thrall keepers, people who used to have enslaved the Shoanti and received their mark as a test of bravery. But upon arriving, they were ambushed, not only by a giant lion with a backstory problem with Agnes, but also an assassin with a backstory problem with Patrick. Whose backstory is going to show up next? We don't know, but it's going to make sure that everyone dies by the end of this. Now, our group is currently in the midst of recovering from the battle with the Red Mantis assassins that were sent after Patrick. But before they were able to rest and recover properly, several large tendrils erupted from the dark pool of water, ripping Mercutio, our champion of Iomade, out of the pretty much off the ground and towards the water, which is where we pick up our adventure. All right, Mercutio, as you are lifted by the tentacles, what is your reaction to said tentification?
Panic and an immediate sword swipe, if possible.
All right, by all means.
Is there a okay. It doesn't matter which large aberration I'm attacking.
No, not at all. You are currently being grabbed by aberration 4.
All right. Ooh. Oh.
All right,
Does that actually hit?
Yeah, that is a solid hit as your blade swings around and cuts into the tentacle holding onto you. As it does so, the tendril is sliced and falls into the water, but so do you. I need a athletics check as you attempt to swim.
Ooh. Okay. And I assume that I take a penalty because I am in plate.
If you look under your activities, do we have... Oh no, this is the game that has a bunch of missing ones for some reason. Alright, let me just have a look real quick. So, according to this, climb, yada yada yada, attack, grapple, high jump, long jump, reposition.
There's actually an activity under athletics.
Yes.
Yeah, I get a -3 check penalty, it says.
Alright, there you go. -3 on your check penalty for swim.
Alright, skills. Right, that's athletics. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, with a 27, that is not very difficult at all for you to swim. You kind of pull yourself up with the heavy armor and surface. But we are going to fly into an initiative now. Alright, Quinn, you're up first. Followed by Dante, Padrig, Holly, the Aberrations, Agnes, the Shoanti tribesmen, and taking up the rear is Mercutio.
I'm not sure I'm on the right map then.
Yes, because on the interior of the keep is actually where you guys are. If you recall, you were investigating it, the temple from a different angle, and had made your way into another room where you slew 2 Red Mantis assassins.
Right, and there was that well.
There was the well.
Okay.
There is a well in front of you.
I don't see any bad guys though.
There's no bad guys. You're good. You're happy.
Oh, so I'm
Hold 'em.
I'm first at initiative and I've got nothing. Okay, so I
Make a perception
Go back
check and
and
let's see
bluff.
if you can hear the chaos going on. Also, real quick, Tavern of the Worlds! Welcome in, you bloody beautiful legends, you. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. For those of you who have never seen me before, my name is Michael. This is my place, this is my face. We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Our heroes are on a trial to try and prove themselves to a barbarian tribe known as the Shoanti in order to get information about an evil dragon they had once fought. If they... Oh, Robert Hartley coming in with 152 people. Guys, welcome in. Rob! Happy birthday week, you bloody bastard. I love you. I wish I was there with you in New Zealand right now. Welcome in, guys. If you don't know who I am, I'll do the intro again. If you don't know who I am, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place, this is my face. We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Oh my god, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this, just for Rob. In a single breath, I'm gonna tell you about every single fucking thing we're doing right now. I definitely wasn't talking about perhaps trying Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Yeah, like you were. You know I can sense that shit, right? Like as soon as it happens, it's like, Rob's thinking about Pathfinder. Yeah, anyway. All right, here we go. Single breath. I'm gonna recap my whole adventure. Okay, hold on, wait. I need to... Okay. In the lands of Korvosa, our heroes have encountered an evil queen who killed her husband and decided to run amok in the city of Korvosa. Our heroes then learned that a dragon named as Kazavron had tried to basically force evil magic into her, and so they have now gone to the Shoanti tribesmen of the ancient empires of the Cinderlands in order to try and gain help for defeating the queen. However, in order to prove themselves to the Shoanti, they have to undergo a series of trials, including things like killing a giant worm, or as they are currently doing, going into an ancient crypt of the Thrall Keepers in order to gain the mark of the Thrall Keepers to prove that they are brave, and then become part of the tribe so they can get all the information they need to go and kick the queen's ass. Ba-da-da-da-da. I don't know why I went with the McDonald's ad, but I don't know. That's just what I did. So yeah, that is the current quest right now. As well, in the midst of battle, we have 3 individuals. We have Padrig, our gunslinging arcanist. We have Agnes, our psychic matrionic person. Yeah, I know, Rob. I was trying. I didn't say I'd succeed. And Mercutio, our skeletal champion. They are currently fighting a series of whiting, wibbly-wobbly tentacles that have emerged from a dark pool in the middle of the room over here. And then over here, exploring the dungeon, is Dante, our kitsune druid, Quinn, our investigator swordswoman, and Holly, our fairy cleric of Asmodeus, we're basically finding out if they can hear the sounds that the rest of the group is in distress. So there you go. Done. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Also, by the way, actually, while Rob's family's here, guys, real quick, as well, do the thing, Dag. I word good, speak English, there. Guys, if you did not know, and if Rob hasn't told you already, Crit Awards time. It is time for the nominations for the Crit Awards. This is to commemorate and to acknowledge some of the greatest contributors to the RPG and TTRPG industry. There's the button. Click the button and vote for your favorite people. Yeah, I know you forgot. Anyway, because that's what happened last year. And Rob's like, ooh, why didn't I get nominated for anything? Because you didn't fucking tell anyone. Anyway, so yes, go vote. There's the nomination button there. If you want to vote, you can vote for people like Rob or myself. I am going for Pathfinder, Paizo GM of 2024 as well. Yeah, go vote. Throw in your votes. Get people in there. Let people know about Rob and all the cool stuff that he does as well. Yeah, it not only commemorates great content creators and stuff like that, but also commemorates community members, artists, dice designers, and so many people who just really remain an unsung hero to the RPG industry. So do please go and support that as well. And yeah, okay, cool, I'm done. That's it. Enjoy the show. If you have any questions, do ask. We are, you didn't forget last, you didn't hear about it. That's true. That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. Because Rob doesn't watch my channel, which is why he didn't hear about it to the Gen Con.
Well, clearly that's not true. He's here right now.
I know that's true. You are here right now, which kind of defeats my point. Anyway, Okay, we're gonna get into it, but guys, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Pathfinder 2nd Edition is a crunchy system, but for me, a good GM makes the system invisible. So if you have questions about the system or my game, hey, that's the thing. And if you like my show, give us a follow. All right, guys, let's get back to it, shall we? Quinn.
All right. Does a 22 enable me to hear the sounds of distress and squelching tentacles upon flesh?
All right, with a 22. As you listen carefully, beyond the double doors that are next to you, you hear the sound of lapping water. From through the lapping water, you hear the sounds of Mercutio as he slashes through the tentacle and the huge tendril falling back into the water. You hear that splashing, that sounds of definite battle coming from just beyond those double doors.
Guys, the next room sounds really dangerous. I don't think we should go in there.
Good call.
It's fine.
No. So I alert everybody in case they didn't hear it. Let's cautiously explore. It might be Padrick and the others.
All right.
So I will press upon those double doors.
All right, not a problem. Making your way over to the double doors.
Where are they? Right here. No.
Yeah, no, my thing's a little bit busted, but there we go. All right. As you press upon the double doors and you open them, you find a small catwalk in the middle of this large chamber. In the left and right of that catwalk is a small drop to what looks to be an inky black, very putrid-looking water. And erupting from within are these tall, very slender green tendrils that have reached up and started basically maneuvering around. Now, in addition, as you arrive on that side, 3 more appear in the waters to your right. But you do see Mercutio. I wouldn't say floundering. He is swimming quite well, but he is splashing a lot in the water between a bunch of these tendrils. All right, that was your first action, Quinn. You got 2 more actions.
Right.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to... I don't want to devise a stratagem because that will... I'll do that. I'm going to take aim with my crossbow at tentacle large aberration number 7. Tentacle
All right.
7.
Yeah, do it.
Come on, baby. Will a 30 hit?
A 30 will hit.
That's a critical even.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. All right. Hold on. Oops, I didn't roll it on the guy. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
1 second. See, it's been too long. There we go.
All right, 20 points of damage as the tendril is basically struck hard by the crossbow bolt. It sort of becomes more aware of where you are, though because obviously, as you can imagine, the tendril doesn't have any eyes. It's still kind of scouting, finding and following where you happen to be as it makes its way towards you. All right. Let's see, where are we at next? We are at...
Just so you know, if you ever put eyes on tentacles, I'm never playing with you again.
Oh my god, right?
That's fair. All right.
I do have one last action though, and I'm gonna just
Didn't you? Oh yes, no,
move.
because you had your crossbow out as well. Yes, no, that's fine.
I'm gonna just move a little bit so that I'm slightly not where I was.
Nice. All right, and in addition, you do get one of these crit cards, which is from your from your critical damage. Now, for those of you who don't know as well, in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, a critical hit counts if you beat the DC of a check by 10 or more. So, pick a number between 1 to 5.
May I have 3, please?
1, 2, 3. All right. Piercing damage. Gusher. The target takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage. All right. The tendril is now bleeding in addition to the damage you have dealt. All right. Done and done. Okay. And you've moved into the center. Yes, correct, Dr. Awkward. A natural 20 is not an auto crit, but it does move you up one category of success. And likewise, the same thing with fumbles as well. A natural 1 moves you down one step, and minus 10 to the check is a fumble. So yeah, which I do love about the system. All right, next up, Padrig. Your body is still recovering. Sorry? Oh, no, sorry, Dante, my apologies. Dante, you are following behind Quinn as you enter and see the myriad of tendrils from the waters.
I'm going to try something that is yet to work, but I'm still going to try it anyway. It is tortoise in the hair, targeting the closest aberration, and then Holly to get the quickened effect, if it works.
All right. Okay, the aberration has critically failed against your spell.
They are slowed for 3 minutes, and Holly is quickened for 1 minute.
Nice. Okay, you watch as you kind of pull the magic from the tendril, and the tendril immediately starts to twist and slow down. And as it does so, Holly, you feel your body suddenly becoming lighter. Your wings start to flutter a little quicker as you are now hasted. And which number was that? Which number tentacle was that?
I put it on them.
Oh, you put it on them? Okay, cool. Never mind then. I'm good. All right. So that is 1 action to move, 2 actions to cast your spell, which brings us then to Padrig. So Padrig, you are still reeling from your fight with the assassin. The cursed bullets having been taken out of you, and you know the curse now being somewhat subsided. You still are injured and need recovery, but you can see Mercutio in danger.
Okay. I'm still kind of, like you said, reeling. But there is danger.
Mm-hmm.
So I will, I don't remember. I'm assuming that I have spent all the bullets, so I'm going to take my first action and pop 3 bullets into my pepper box. Shaky hand. Steady myself.
Nice.
Aim at, I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here? Large aberration. Let's go with large aberration. Just the unnumbered one. He seems closest. I'm hoping I'm out of range of their tentacles coming after me. And they're in water, so I'm gonna, whisper shock and do lightning, fulminating shot.
Mm-hmm.
For my second action, and fire away at one of those tendrily dudes.
All right, let's do it. That is a hit. Being so large and unwieldy, it is not difficult for you to find purchase with your pepper box as it goes off, leaving this resonant sound and wounding the tendril for 26 damage.
All right.
So, loading your pepper box, fulminating shot, and your actual firing are your 3 actions.
That's 3. Yep.
All right. Holly, we now go to you. The sounds of distress now even more clear with the door opened, with Dante in the doorway and Quinn on the catwalk.
Yes, Holly is going to run in at the sounds of danger. And where is the water on this map? Is
The
it where
water is the
tentacle-
brown bits.
Okay. Alright. Holly's gonna come in here and where? Oh, Patrick is way back there. Hang on. Holly's gonna take a second movement. Wait, I get 4 for being
Correct.
right. Okay.
Yes, you can use it to either stride, strike, or step, whichever step is.
Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna be flying while I do this. So I'm flying in the air. And as I get over here, I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Well next to Patrick. So when I cast this spell, it's gonna be like this well of shimmering light that looks like it's clearly a healing spell, but because my powers come from Asmodeus, it's as opposed to like a pretty rainbow, it's kind of like an oil slick rainbow effect on it, so it doesn't look quite right.
Oh,
But
I know
you
what you
can
mean.
tell-
Like it's kind of like got that almost like greasy look, like when you're looking at like the film on oil.
Yeah. So like it's
I love that
healing,
description.
but it's not happy cleric healing, but it is healing. So and then Holly's just gonna yell, "Touch the well, Patrick!" And then when
Okay.
Patrick touches the well, he will get 4d8 hit point recovery, and it can be touched 5 times.
All right. Well, I'll touch it on my next turn.
There you go.
All right. The well appears with. Actually, how many actions does it take to cast that spell?
Oh, that's 3 actions. Damn it, I can't cast that.
Yeah, you've only got 1 action remaining, unfortunately.
Well, no, I'm sad. I'll do the regular heal.
Was that
Since
2 if
one
she's
action-
hasted? Because she moved 2 to... Yeah, she used 2 to move.
Yeah, 2 to move.
Yeah.
You've got only 1 action remaining.
Like 2 because she's
with-
hasted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
she's
2 because you're
hasted.
hasted. You're right.
And
You're right.
the
You're right. So yes,
hasted
you will,
action.
yeah, you will be able to do a healing spell.
The hasted action can be used to dash, and I don't know.
I'll
what that
yeah, I'll
is.
say that one of the earlier actions to move was the quickened one.
Yeah, that was the goal. Okay. Yeah, so I will do a regular heal on Patrick in that case.
Mm-hmm.
I am within 30 feet, so
Easy.
I was bummed. I was super excited about using the really cool healing wall, and that just messed it up.
That's all right. You can do it. You can do it the next round. All right. 43
Patrick.
healing to Patrick. Nice. Patrick, as you feel the blessings of Asmodeus running through you, a healing flame washes over you, and you feel your broken bones and your cuts and, bullet holes mostly, suddenly sealing up around you.
It feels a little icky, but I'll take it.
All right. We now turn to the tentacle monsters. Now, they are unrelenting, and they can feel a person in the water.
No, they can't.
They absolutely can.
No,
What is?
Also, isn't 4 dead?
Isn't who?
Or did another one
yeah,
sprout up in its
another
place?
tentacle pops up where it left off.
Okay.
That's why there's 7 instead of 8 of them. Yada yada yada. Here we go. Tentacle takes an action, goes to location, 50 within base. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Never mind. They can have a minimum of 20. Is this just a mechanic? No.
Oh no,
Stop it.
I'm scared.
It's
Okay.
never good when the DM gets this excited.
I don't know if excited is the word. Oh, no, okay. I guess. Alright, it grabs you, just does, and
Oh, it.
and drags you 20 foot down. You're underwater.
Yep.
Oh, at least he doesn't have to breathe.
Like a gator.
All right. Mercutio, you disappear. Aberration number 2 is there. It has grabbed you and it's holding you down. Aberration 3 is down there and holding you down. Aberration 4 is going to go for Holly. Holly, you are first tripped, and that is all.
So I'm now.
Sorry, what was that, Holly?
Can he trip me while I'm flying?
Yeah. Well, so the way I do flying tripping is called off kilter. So basically, it's not so much that you've been tripped and fallen on the floor, but that you've been, like, sort of imagine being whipped in the legs while you are flying, and you are no longer orientated in a way that is comfortable to be flying. And by being off kilter, you are now susceptible to the same penalties as being prone. Also, Story Kobold, thank you so much for stopping by, you bloody beautiful legends, you. Hey, give us a follow. Come check us out later on. It is a true pleasure to meet you, and hopefully see you around. Alright. Moving on, we then go to the other aberrations, who will move up. The first will simply trip Quinn. The second will pull Quinn towards her. And the third will dunk Quinn into the water. You are dropped 20 foot down, as it is now holding you underwater as well. Alright, Agnes. We now go to you.
Agnes coughs up a mouthful of blood as a free action, as she desperately tries to hold in the blood pouring from the bullet wound in her stomach.
Yep.
Looks at what's going on. Well, everything's just disappeared now, isn't it? Because everything's just dragged everything down, so now there's just nothing. As far as Agnes can see.
You can see that there's, like, roiling water. You can probably, I mean, depending on the type of spell or ability you're using, you could probably still hit them from the surface.
Okay. But, like, she can't really see anybody apart from Holly at the moment.
Correct.
Okay, but the first thing she's going to do is heal herself. Because that seems like a good idea right now.
Alright, with the
So
curse
yes,
of the bullets
she's
now
just gonna-
removed, you heal yourself.
We'll cast that one, and we'll do it at the heightened. And I don't know. Okay, as the bullet wound stops seeping, it kind of seals over, and a little bit of color comes back to her cheeks. And then she's going to just quick check, sees that Padraig's also looking slightly more healthy. Then she's just kind of gonna move over to this side here to try and just get a better view of what's going on, and see if she can see any more of her fellow crew members.
You can see Dante off in the distance as well.
Okay, so he hasn't been drowned yet. That's good. So she'll just be like, Dante! As she waves from across
All
the...
right.
Dante just gives a wave back.
Okay. The two Shoanti gods move up closer, but they are hesitant to get too much closer. They seem to be more invested in tending their dead brethren than aiding in your battle. But they are watching. They are watching stoically and quietly. As we then finally get to Mercutio.
Hey,
Underwater and surrounded by these tendrils.
indeed. Now, the last time we played, was it ever mentioned that this is Havero?
It is
Remember you
Hervero.
Okay. From when we did the Harrow thing right after we left Korvosa, I have the Cyclone, which gives advantage in battle against Havero. What does that entail? Is that just like I roll with advantage on attacks then, or?
Yeah, basically you get advantage on, let me have a look here.
Because that's all you said was advantage in battle against an arrow.
Yep. Let me pull this up. Harrowing. We got. Alright, you get a +2 on all strength checks and +4 on your grapple checks and strength to break objects.
Oh.
So anything you would count as a strength-based skill check, you can use. So swimming, breaking a grapple, stuff like that.
Okay. I would assume I would need to make 3 checks to break out of each grapple then.
Nope, just one, because they're all
Just
assisting.
one? Okay. Then I want to do that first.
Alright. We're going to attempt to escape. I need an athletics check from you, please.
And I get that plus, the delicious +2. That is...
Let me double check here. You guys are level 9. That is not enough, I'm afraid.
Alright. I shall use that hero point.
Alright, using the hero point. Hold on. There we go.
As a 32.
A 32 is enough. Alright. Yeah. You break free. Thank you to our chat for the hero point. As Mercutio manages to break free of the grapple with his first action. You have 2 more actions.
Alright. What's the penalties for fighting underwater without Underwater Marauder?
Half damage on every attack except for piercing.
Ooh. Okay, I want, you know, I really want to try this. I haven't really. Okay. After being dragged down, Merc's going to like kind of channel his undeadness into like a sort of rage as he unleashes a wave of scariness as I will cast Mask of Terror.
Okay.
Oh wait, never mind. It requires verbal and
You're underwater?
Yeah. So I will instead just slash at 1 and 2.
Alright, make your attacks.
Sweet. Alright, so screw it. Both attacks will go for 1. It's already heavy.
Alright.
Alright. Next attack's only a holy leg, computer. Yeah, no.
Alright.
Well,
Very nice. Alright. Slashing and hacking, you are underwater, fighting fervently to survive. Thankfully, being a skeleton, you do not need to breathe, which has made things much easier. However, as the battle ensues, a figure enters the temple. It comes as a bit of a surprise, really, more than anything else. Because it is what appears to be a woman. No different than you'd imagine any human woman to be. except one not of the barbarian tribes, but from maybe a town or a small village, perhaps. Let me get her here. And she seems very out of place. There we go. There she is. All right. As she seems to walk out of one of the catwalk doors. Dante, you're the first to see her. Do you say or do anything in regards to this individual?
Who are you over there?
She then repeats your question to you. Who are you over there? You do not belong here. This is an ancient place with ancient creatures. You and your friends are in a lot of danger. She moves over to the catwalk and looks down into the waters which churn where Quinn and Mercutio happen to be struggling. Nope, nothing? From no one? I mean, okay.
I don't know what's going
Glug,
on.
glug, glug,
I
glug.
thought only Dante could see and hear her.
Well, I mean, Dante initially, yeah, when she moves to the catwalk,
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean, I am waiting for Dante to say anything further.
We were brought here for a test.
A test? And how fare thee in your test?
Truthfully, we've been in worse.
I see that. Well, perhaps maybe I can help you in your test. For a favor, of course. Oh, come now, don't be so suspicious. After all, I have been here for far longer than you have, and know all of the secrets that this place has, at least enough to be able to dwell here without danger. Blah, 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 blah.
I feel like this is part of the test.
At this point, we'll kind of soft leave initiative as Patrick. We're gonna have you lurch forward, not close enough to be grabbed, but close enough that you can see everything and stuff like that. Same with Agnes as well.
And so we've heard all of this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So strange, ancient, possibly women wandering around a horrible dungeon, offering aid for favors.
Now.
That's what we've got.
Let's remember our manners. It is impolite to allude to a woman's age.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Forgive my lack of decorum in this matter. Doff my hat.
Blood, just blood for you.
Yeah. I've just been shot multiple times, so my mind's not necessarily on the social niceties.
Well, a lapse can be forgiven. Mr.
My name is Padrig. And what is yours?
I am Madam Hargrave.
Does that
Hargrave.
ring any bells at all?
Yeah, it's about that same thing.
Occult check, if anyone would like to make it.
Yeah, sure. I'll make an
Definitely.
occult check.
You can make occult checks. Meanwhile, Quinn and Mercutio.
Well, mainly Quinn.
Oh, a failure and a critical failure. Brilliant.
Oh, I've got lots of hero points. Can I use a hero point? I'm gonna use a
You
hero
may.
point.
Okay. Would anyone else like to use a hero point?
Wow. Wow.
All things considering,
this is
Patrick would be the only other
Look here,
person that
young
could
lady.
Oh wait,
I have
oh
no
wait, hold on.
idea
Wait,
who you
my
are, but-
apologies. My apologies. Actually, I still had it set to the to a different difficulty. That's my bad. The DC is 26, however.
Oh, so still low.
Still, yeah,
Still,
so you all fail, but that's the thing.
So Agnes is then, look here, young lady. No, I have no idea who you are or why you choose to reside in a dusty old temple with tentacle monsters. But my friend's drowning over there, and I'd really, oh dear, I'd really
And,
like to get on with saving her.
Yeah. I'll also note that I do have a ability called dubious knowledge. So when I fail but don't critically fail on something where I'm trying to recall knowledge, I learned something true and also something that's completely wrong, but I don't know which is which. A bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge.
All right. Well then, let's do this properly. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. I like this one. Presuming this is the one I'm thinking of. All right. Once upon a time, Padrig, as a young boy, you gathered by a fire to listen to the head butler of your lovely noble home tell you stories. Some of them were grand tales of heroes, of legend and lore, but others were cautionary tales. Tales used to kind of ensure you went to bed at night and ate your broccoli. One such tale stands out. The name eludes you, but there's something about the demeanor of this woman, the way she holds herself, the slenderness and elongation of her neck. A tale once told of a woman who sought out those who were young and ripe, luring them with promises of a world where their families would no longer be at war with one another, but would be in a happy home, a peaceful and prosperous and loving situation. These women would lure children away from their families, promising them a better life, a life of dreams and wonder. Padrig, the tale you were told is of one of your neighbors. A neighbor you know well, who apparently long ago had a brother, a twin brother, whom no one speaks of anymore. It is said a tall woman with a twisted neck, who continued to hoot almost like an owl, visited him every single day with treats and stories. Eventually, his brother went missing, lured away by the sweet, sweet tones of this strange woman. After searching day and night, it was the brother, your friend, who had found him. He was in a cupboard. But what he described was far more treacherous and deadly. Found like a withered husk, drained of nothing more than skin and bones, hanging like a coat in the cupboard itself. Till that day, the warning has been to not speak with strangers and to not readily accept it, not readily accept the story of tall, slender, raven-haired women.
Crap, guys, I think she's a siren. Something to lure us. Does she have any obvious? Yeah, so she's tall, she's slender, she's raven-haired. Does she have a twisty neck?
I mean, not twisty in any other way to most people.
Yeah. Agnes, let's be cautious.
Quinn, can I get you to make a like a series? I imagine you're swiping these swords, or are you trying to break out?
Well, I was either going to go, well, since I've got the lightning sword, I was going to go for my inherited dagger. You know the one I mean. But I had also considered there was something I had acquired on a shopping trip quite some time ago that I've never had the opportunity to use. And it's like an Inspector Gadget. It's basically a wrist grappler. And I was going to try and shoot it so that I could pull myself out.
Okay. Because it has to go through water, it is going to be a very difficult thing to do, but you may do so if you would like.
I would like.
All right.
Now
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say its description doesn't really. Yeah, tell me what to make, because its description doesn't.
We're gonna make a ranged.
Item.
We're gonna make a ranged attack roll.
Okay. So.
As you take aim, pointing your grappling hook while holding your breath through the water towards what you see is the catwalk, just kind of dappled with the light from the surface of the pool that you are currently drowning in.
1 second.
And during this time, because we are out of the initiative somewhat, Holly, did you want to try for that well spell ability thing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go ahead and cast that.
Easy.
And then I'll stick it between Agnes and Padraig so they can both heal up.
All right, done and done. Your healing well is now in effect.
Yay! You guys should touch it.
I will touch it. Can I give Holly my Peter Parker rope?
Sure.
And say, hey, can you see if you can toss that down to Quinn? You just gotta hit her; it'll stick to her. You can pull her up.
Well,
Okay.
and meanwhile, because I don't have a generic ranged attack that I could see, I just used my crossbow stats for it and got a 22.
22 will not be enough. But if you got, like, again, this was just sort of while Patrick, if you are talking to her, that's a whole thing. But if you're now making plans and stuff like that, we will return into initiative. Also, yes, Rob, Quinn is sharing a room with Patrick. So if both of their mics are on, we'll hear that a little.
Yeah, sorry, I try and be on mute.
Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay. So are you going back into initiative, Patrick, or are you continuing that conversation?
Well, I want to continue the conversation. Well, Cadric is very suspicious of strange women wandering
No, absolutely.
dungeons offering favors, just as a general rule.
Sure.
And with the memory of this story, he's extra suspicious.
Sure.
And I think he'll, with his usual tact and grace, be like, yeah, I think we're fairly resourceful. I think we can get ourselves out of this jam. And to be perfectly honest, the guys watching us are not really gonna look kindly on us being helped out by anyone anyway. It's kind of the point for us to do this on our own. So while we thank you for your offer, I think we've got this covered.
She says very well. And you watch as she seems to disappear. By the way, this is our Wandering Boss encounter from the Harrow reading, donated by Schoolie. Unfortunately, the Wandering Boss bit is still there, but the unicorn, which was a gift given by an unexpected source, however, has now come to play. So that is now in effect, and we are now at a point of no return. Do or die, we are going to find out what is going to happen to our heroes as we return to our initiative. All right. Now, do let me know if the noise is too loud. But we will now go back to the top of the round. And top of the round, we have Quinn. You've done your grappling launcher. It has not struck. You can use one action to retract it and try second time if you'd like.
No, I think I'm going to slash at the tentacle that has me.
Sure.
With my dagger.
Holding your breath, you try to stab at it with your dagger. Make your attack.
I will say the music is a tad on the loud side.
Yep, no worries. All right.
18.
Is that better?
There we go.
Yep, better?
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you. All right. With an 18. An 18 is not enough, I'm afraid.
All right. I will try again.
That is all three of your actions, however.
Because I'm underwater.
Yeah. No, sorry, did you retract the cable? No.
No.
Oh, okay, yes, then
that's
sorry.
something I'm going to have to do once combat is over.
Okay, yeah, cool.
All right.
Dagger again.
Dagger again. And I assume it's Aberration 6. It's got me.
Yes, correct. All right. Your blade passes through the water, gliding like a shark through the waves as you then... Ooh. You do have hero points if you want to use them, or we can figure out what the critical miss is.
No, I would like to use a
Or
hero
nat 20.
point, please.
All right. Our hero point, giving a reroll to Quinn. Again, chat, thank you so much for the hero points that are
Yes,
keeping my
thank you.
players alive. All right.
Even if just barely.
Yes, you do indeed manage to hit as the blade of the knife slices into the very rubbery texture of the tentacle. Roll your damage.
This is not going to be terribly impressive, but I'm hoping that it's enough to get me free.
All right, 3 points of damage, and unfortunately, no, it is not enough. Dante, you are up next.
Can I see the one holding Quinn?
Not from where you are currently. However, if you move onto the catwalk, I will provide you a perception check to do so.
All right. We're gonna test go to the catwalk.
All right, make a perception check as you look into the murky water and try to see your friend down below. You definitely see the roiling of the waves as these tendrils are moving around, and oh yeah, with a freaking 36, you nail it.
Okay, I'm going to cast Searing Light at it and see if I can get to let go of Quinn.
Nice, roll your attack. As you begin to cast your spell, a beam of light begins to form in your hands and coalesce at the top of your fingertips. You then take aim and fire. And manage to hit with a bolt of searing light that burns and bubbles through the water as it heats up. And deals 2 points of damage.
Hold on, I need to recheck. It is not fiend or undead, so it does not deal an extra 5d6.
Mm-hmm. All right. That is unfortunate. It was a good idea, but it is also underwater.
Yeah, but hey, it's either this or shoot lightning.
It's true. Fair. All right, so that is a move and a blast of searing light as we then go to Padrig.
All right, so I'm gonna touch the healing well first off, and that does whatever that does to me.
Gain 4d8 hit points back.
All right, I'll roll that for you.
All right, thank you.
That is 16 hit points healed.
All right.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me try something real quick. Oh, okay. I just learned something. If you type a number in your modifier, then drag your modifier onto your wounds, you can add or subtract things from that. So I just typed in -16 and then applied -16 to your wounds, and that healed you for 16.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm gonna move over to Holly and hand her the Peter Parkour rope
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Hey, can you fly over and get Quinn? We'll stay here and deal with the tentacle beast things on this side." And I'm guessing that's all three of my actions to do that.
Yes.
Touch
One
the
action to touch
healing.
the healing thing. One action to move across. The next action to hold things across. All right.
Yep.
Holly. Now, keeping in mind you are quickened, but you are off kilter. So if you want to correct yourself, you may do so. Otherwise, you are considered to be prone.
Quick question: is there anything above us that I could tie the Peter Parkour rope to?
Sure. There are several old and broken sconces made of iron that have been twisted into the ceiling and have rotten over ages. They are welded to the, should I say, like bolted to the stonework here in this chamber.
Okay, awesome. So Holly's gonna right herself and then fly over.
Action to right yourself. Done.
There. And then tie the rope to one of the sconces on the ceiling, and get the rope to Quinn.
All right. So you're diving into the water, or are you dropping it onto the water?
I'm dropping it onto the water, but I'm kind of staying above it so I can help pull. But I just want it anchored to something besides just me.
Yeah, sure, not a problem. All right, the rope drops into the water nearby where Quinn happens to be. As we then go to the aberrations. Now, you are no longer grappled. However, the first aberration will instantly place you into a grapple. Mercutio. The second aberration now deals... that should be 12 points of damage.
Oh, it just deals. It doesn't have to make a roll.
Nope.
Oh.
But that will leave you with 1 of your temporary hit points remaining.
We have 1 temp and 1 real.
However, the last attack is going to be nasty because it has got another strike against you from the next tendril. That deals 10 points of damage. So as you're underwater, one of the tendrils grabs you, another wraps around your throat, the other wraps around your legs, and they begin to squeeze. And you do not have any hero points here.
I do not.
Well, Mercutio. Correct me if I'm wrong. As an undead in Pathfinder 2nd edition, you can go into the dying factor, or can you not?
I believe I can, but when I die, I am destroyed. Let me just...
All right. Well, we can come back to that once you find that out. The next tendril swings around and goes for Padrig, knocking Padrig prone. Yeah. All right. Quinn, those 3 tendrils. 1 will grapple you, grabbing you onto the leg. The second one is going to deal... Well, actually, you know what? Let's just do both of them at the same time. The 2 remaining tendrils will do 13... We'll do 24 points of damage to you in total. All right. As the tendrils, again, grab onto your arm, the one with the dagger, it sort of crushes your wrist. And another one grabs you around the waist. You can feel one of your ribs starting to strain as it's crushing into you. But yeah, they're just, other than that, they're just grabbing you and squeezing. Alright, Agnes. Our psychic matron, what do you do now?
Well, at first I touched the pool.
You heal. You heal 18 points of damage.
Right. So, got Mercutio. Okay, so Dante and Holly are over next to Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? The tendrils that are get down and around the side? Like, along where Holly went, or is that aberration 4 still flailing out of the water?
It is flailing out of the. Yeah, it
That's
is
one
flailing.
that's just attacked Patrick.
Yeah, but I mean, as you. So for the folks at home as well, Pathfinder 2nd Edition attacks of opportunity are not inherent to any character. You do need to be of something like a fighter, or you need to be a specialist, having trained in opportunity attacks. So you can, it's already had its action. It's not readying an action of any kind. So
it was more just whether it would leave me within its range when I stopped moving, if you know what I mean, kind of thing. But
oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna then spend my next 2 movements moving. Is it 50? I think humans get what, 25? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
25.
50. So 5. What is this? I'm on a half a square. Damn it. 15, 10, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Poof. And yeah, so I'm just gonna just reach down and just get a dash of healing. And you'll see her face kind of wrinkle, right? Her nose will wrinkle as she probably feels the oily sensation on her hand, but we're still grateful anyway. Yes, and then hikes up her skirts and scurries down the steps as fast as she can in that direction.
All right, done and done. Mercutio, how do we?
All right, so it's the only things I can really find is that with being an undead, I have immunity to death effects, and this keeps me from automatically killed or having my dying value automatically increase.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make me immune to other parts of spells or effects. But I have seen that other people rule it that I still do the dying phase things.
Okay, cool. Let's do the dying phase. So, roll to stabilize.
Right. And I do have the die hard, which means I think that
you need to get dying 5 before you're dead.
Yeah. Okay. And that is just a flat D20, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Flat D20,
Roll
you need
1.
to score 10.
And that's a nat 1.
Which means that is 2 additional dying values. So you've gone from dying 1 to dying 3. Good. Wonderful.
Just my luck.
All right. Top of the round, Quinn.
Thank you, sir. Do I see the rope?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to grab onto that for
All right.
all I'm worth.
Reaching out and grabbing, you kind of stretch out and finally find purchase on the rope itself, gripping it hard in your hand as you hold tightly. The tentacles, however, continue to hold you tightly as well. You do only need to make 1 athletics check if you want to try and break free.
All right. I do want to break free.
All right, let's do it.
Come on.
Is there anything I can do since I'm also holding the rope to assist Quinn with the breaking free?
No.
Does the group confer any benefit to her roll?
I'll give a +2.
All right. I could swear I rolled it. There we go.
Okay. With a 29, that is a success. You wrench yourself out. You have 1 last action, and I am more than happy to say that you can use it to climb half your speed upwards. So that is 10 foot up and away.
All right. That is what I'm going to do, please.
All right, easy done. You're pulling yourself upwards to safety as we go to Dante.
So this may not work, but I'm going to take away 6 charges from the beast staff and cast.
Sorry, the beast
Bale
staff or the bee staff?
beast staff.
Okay, cool.
Bees.
I was gonna say,
cast
I don't remember giving you
Baleful
bees.
Polymorph
The bee.
on the larb aberration, it needs to make a con save, or it says con, but it's fortitude. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Fortitude save of a DC 27. Since it's not a spell I have normally, I can't just roll it on it.
Okay. I can do that on anyone, really, can't I? Yeah, there we go. Fortitude. That's only a 10.
That is a critical failure. It is now transformed into a harmless animal that is relevant to the location.
Oh, it's a polymorph effect?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it is immune to a polymorph effect.
Ah. Well, that is
we
two
could have
actions.
had a goldfish.
Mostly each tentacle is attached to an eldritch horror. That is basically a CR 23.
Got it.
Oh,
I'm then just gonna use my last action to try and help Quinn out faster.
Okay. Done and done. I'm gonna say that Quinn can go up another further 5 foot as you are pulling on the rope to help them up.
Hooray, thank you.
All right. That then brings us to Padrig.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one action. So where I am is in range of the tentacles. Have I sussed out what their range is?
Roughly 20 foot.
Okay. And I've given my rope away.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where Mercutio is,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that he is not going to drown because he's the skeleton. So I'm going to take my next action to back up out of range.
Yep.
So that would be like here-ish. Or further back here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. It cannot reach you.
All right. And then I'm going to shoot one of the tentacles that I can see.
You can only see one tentacle. The rest are preoccupied with the drowning members. Pepperbox out. Reload, because I believe you fired your shot without reloading last time.
So it's got 3 shots. So
Oh, yep,
I
cool.
got
So
one
it's still
left.
got 2 more shots. Yep, cool.
Yeah,
Take your shot.
I've got 2 more shots before I need to reload. So
All right, let's do it.
but I don't have time for a fulminating shot. Well, I don't have actions for a fulminating shot, so this is just going to be a regular one.
Mm-hmm.
Which is in here somewhere. Here we go. So 4 is the only one I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. Critical hit. Paste.
All right. A critical hit. As you deal your damage.
All right.
Ooh, 30 points of damage. That is not a
Yep.
healthy tentacle. All right, picking up between 1 to 5.
Let's go 5.
Okay, 5.
And you got piercing or bludgeoning, whichever's going to be worse for it.
Let's see. Bludgeoning will deal the same damage to the target next to it, which I'll go as the other tentacle as well.
All right, that sounds good.
That is aberration 3. Okay, done and done.
That worked out actually really well.
Boom.
Yep.
Okay, done and done.
What am I getting a -2 from?
Let's see. Oh, you're prone.
I stood up though.
No, as in you had the prone condition on the thing. It's fine.
Oh, okay, that's what it was from. All right, so I mean, it doesn't matter now, but
No, it
yeah,
doesn't. Yeah.
gotcha.
All right, Holly, you're up next. You're holding onto the rope that is now dangling into the water, where Quinn is frantically making her way up. She is nearly at the surface. One last push, and she is going to be pulled to safety.
And Dante's also holding on the rope and pulling her up, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Remember, you are still quickened.
Yeah. I am going to use one action just to give a really hard yank to try to pull Quinn up.
All right, that will work. Quinn will come out of the water and be pulled onto the catwalk.
And then I am going to move back here. And while I'm moving, can I yell for Agnes, Quinn, and Dante to run over to Padrig?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to yell that out. I need you guys by Padrig. And then I am going to rip the spirit out of one of these eldritch fun things.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody should probably remember what this looks like. But Holly is basically going to be like putting her hands together, and like this black energy is going to be emanating from her chest down her hands, and then she's going to shove it out towards one of the tentacles.
Ooh, I love it. All right, let's see what happens.
If I can pick up the save.
All right, the
Yes.
tendril fails. All right, 16 points of void damage as you drain its essence out of it.
Hooray! And that's it for me.
All right. All right. We now get to the tentacles. All right. Below the waters, Mercutio, you are trapped. Tiny little lights in your skull-like head flicker as the sound of bones and metal crunching take you from dying 3 to dying 4. In that moment, I would like Mercutio to share what was the ceremony like when you first became a knight from the Order of Iomade.
Oh man, it was Merc's. It was definitely one of Merc's happiest days as a young man. He, after all the grueling hours of training and going through boot camp basically, and just listening to the stories of his mentors and the other Knights of Ozem, he was so happy that he could potentially make a difference fighting the undead, and he just had the biggest, widest grin on his face when he was officially knighted.
Another bone-splitting crack, the sound of metal breaking. There was a moment in your history where Mercutio fell. His death. Up until this point, you do not remember what happened in your death. I am now going to tell you exactly how it transpired. On the battlefield, many of your friends had been razed by the bolts of lightning drawn from the great and terrible beast whose roar emanated through the lands themselves. The wings beat with a ferocity and heat that sent lightning and static through the air. As the bolt of lightning blasted through and ripped through your battalion, you remember falling to one side. You had difficulty breathing. You took off your helmet. You saw your true face was scarred hideously by the lightning bolt. You could feel that burning sensation down one side of your body and network like a lattice across you. But you stood up nonetheless. At this point, you tried to reach down to another one of your comrades. However, as you reached down, they would not reach back up, and you realized the person you were standing mere centimeters from was completely incinerated. Grabbing onto your blade and leaning on your shield as you move forward, shuffling your legs and then clanging your shield down. You could see the battle further up ahead. The sound of a war horn as Shoanti warriors make their way down towards the battlefield. You see archers flying and loosing arrows. As they do so, you have this moment of transcendental peace. As if the battle had now been turning, the dragon no longer looking as confident and cocky as it was, but now seeming to be enraged, motivated by fear. It flies through the air, swinging around. As you do, you lean backwards and fall, stumbling to the ground. The dragon, not seeing you, suddenly lands back to the ground, skating across the earth as it takes up a defensive position. But its feet and its mass are so heavy, a tidal wave of stone and rock begin to make their way towards you. This wall of cloud and dirt and dust. As you see it rampaging towards you like a landslide, you simply close your eyes, and in that moment, take a deep breath, realizing that you had done everything you could, and that there were others to take the mantle and fight for you. And that is the last memory you had during the battle. And with a final tearing chunk, Mercutio, your body is ripped in twain, along with your armor. The pieces dragged deeper into the ground. As we bid farewell to our champion, Mercutio. Now, as this happens, something else very strange happens. Holly, as you cast your spell, which was
Rip the spirit.
Rip the Spirit. You watch as an energy leaves the water. Your heart pauses for a moment, realizing what this means. That was Mercutio's soul. But as quickly as the soul appears, it is suddenly spirited away, captured by the woman now standing beside you. As the soul swirls around, it places itself in what looks to be a small teapot that is being held by the woman. It is a Shoanti pot. It's like kind of like a clay jar type thing. And as Mercutio's soul enters within it, the woman looks to Holly. This was already more than I expected. I hope that you're all prepared for what is going to happen. Because I know I am looking very, very forward to it. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Ooh. Woo! Yay! Sadness. Oh, yes.
Oh,
So his not just dead, his soul has been stolen.
Well, technically he doesn't have a soul, but, you know, yeah, kind of.
By creepy lady who I was right not to trust.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I guess, you know, but, you know, what is trust, you know? Peace is the quiet time between war. That is what people say. Oh, brilliant. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen,
That was sad.
a moment of silence and a prayer and a thought for our dear friend Mercutio, a champion of Iomade who had a very complicated history that eventually led him down a path of heroism. Even once abandoned by his god, he continued to fight the good fight. All right.
To Mercutio.
To Mercutio. Cheers. All right. Well, when we return next week, we will get to find out about the new character that that Marcus is going to be playing. And by the way, yes, this was not a death based on the fact that there is a new character in the works. But yeah, still a very still a very sad death. Still a very sad death. But we'll back around. We'll get that thing around. But yeah, hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For those of you who stuck around after the raids and stuff like that, thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show. We greatly appreciate you. For those who donated to our monthly goal, guys, thank you again so much. It goes such a long way to helping us keep everything running here at Dead Aussie Gamerland. And of course, for those who have voted and those who have not, hey, look, Crit Award stuff. Go check it out. We will be back. When am I back next? I am back on. Oh, actually, I might be back tomorrow morning. So we might be doing a community stream at whatever time it is now, an hour ago. That is when we're going to be starting, but tomorrow, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's going to be a community stream, basically us chatting, catching up on stuff. I'll be likely in the Discord for the Patreon chat, so if any of my Patreons want to drop in, say hi, talk about stuff, we can do that too. If you have questions about gaming, not just Pathfinder, but any TTRPGs, it's going to be a good platform to kind of talk about that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be starting to do a lot more of the community-based streams as well. So look forward to that. And then Wednesday, we're going to be back for our Careful Cantrip game in the morning, Reign of Winter in the evening. Then Friday, we're going to be back for no Extinction Curse this Friday, and no Walking Dead this Saturday. But then Sunday, we're going to be back with 2 shows. The first is going to be the charity that I'm going to be doing. Ba-da-da-da! Look at that. How cool is that?
So many people.
Boom. So many cool people. We are going to be helping with the Star Weaver fundraiser stream. I'll be playing on Sunday at 8 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. So whatever time it was an hour ago. If you're in America, it's Saturday evening. If you're in Australia, it's Sunday morning. But yeah, we're going to be playing with a bunch of like amazing content creators and the like. And yeah, raising some money for a good cause. So yay! So that is Sunday. And then we've got Gatewalkers. And then, yeah, we do it all over again. Guys, thank you so much once again. Let's go find someone to raid. Who shall we raid? Let's see. Who is doing stuff? Ooh, there's an Extra Life charity stream at Elder Worm Studios. Let's go raid these guys. Because as you guys know, we love going and meeting new people, and we love charity streams all the more. And 10 people in their chat is nowhere near enough. So let's go say hi. Let's go send some love there. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. If you like what I do, give us a follow. Come hang out with all of us and all the cool things we do. Stay safe. Stay wonderful. And as always, until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Now I can go to the bathroom. I shall see you guys later.
Very well. Hold on. I can't stop the stream. I don't know why I can't stop the thing. Ah, God. What happened?
Uh-oh.
Where's my...
Now everyone knows, Dante.
I know. Now everyone knows.
We'd already raided in by then. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. We've